Hello, everybody. My name is Violet, and welcome back to the Resident Evil 1 Remake. And now, let's go play the Moonlight Sonata. One of the most iconic piano pieces in survival horror history. I think it might be second only to Not Tomorrow from Silent Hill 1, because that piano piece is haunting. Mainly because of the moment it happens during. Ooh. Actually, I need to go back into the dining room first. Commemorating the completion of the mansion. Okay, cool. Thanks for that. Alright. And away I go. Alright. Because I need to get the plaque. I should have another open space whenever I play the Moonlight Sonata. Alright. Okay. Oh. Yeah. So Jill can play the Midnight Sonata by herself. She can get the serum and administer it to Richard. She's literally a jack of all trades, which is why playing as her is so much easier. She has so much more she's able to do than Chris. But I guess later, we can add to Chris's resume, I punch Boulder now. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Well, a lot ahead of myself. Alright. Shut. Okay. Yeah, this is the diary of one of the scientists, Dr. Trevor. Basically, his family was taken by Umbrella as collateral. And he was trying to find a way out. Involving, like, getting his family out as well. Alright. Let's go put this golden plaque on the wall. Okay. Picture of two knights striking each other. The short sword has been thrust into the breast of one knight, while the long sword pierced the head of the other. Yeah. So the big hand stays on the head, and... Okay. Destiny will open. Yeah. Turn the large gear. Left. Left. No. Not the small one. Yes. Large. Left. No. That painting actually reminds me of the one they have in Van Helsing. It's kind of cool. Alright. Okay. So, allow me to introduce you to the most useless key in the game. Because they have it for a single... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Single solitary door. It's just dumb. Why have a key specifically for one door? Like, you could have just either had other doors that the armor key was given to the shield key as well. At least one more door to the shield key wouldn't have been a problem. But, like, because hell, like, the helmet key has, like, 3 doors. But, like, come on. One door? One door. It's so stupid. It makes me mad. Alright. Let's go fight a snake. We'll be leaving the house this episode. Alright. And away we go. Oh, hello. It's so damn stupid. Okay. No, those are shotgun shells. Howdy.
Payback time.
Ow. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Really? Oh, I didn't actually ever get hit in Jill's playthrough by the snake before. Well, the game broke because he just started walking into a wall.
Thanks.
Oh.
Richard!
Poor Richard. He dies no matter what you do. Poor guy. Yep. That's what I thought. I'll be taking that. In honor of Richard. My favorite shotgun in the game, please. In most Resident Evil games. If not all. Because I love that shotgun. In this game they call it the assault shotgun, but in most it's called like the riot gun, I believe. Oh no.
Oh, am I poisoned? I need serum.
So you're telling me I have to... Wow. So you're telling me, as Jill, I have to run and get the serum. That's crazy. At least Chris had Rebecca for that. In this case, it's literally like the worst. Because now I have no choice but to run through this top hallway and get completely probably eviscerated by a Crimson Head before I can actually make it downstairs. Oh, and that guy's gonna be a Crimson Head here soon. Alright. Alright. Goodbye. Alright, let's get some serum, shall we? And save Jill's life, because apparently Barry is unable to. That's crazy to me. Alright. And now... saving content, please don't turn off. Yeah. Thank you. Alright. If I go this way, it actually is probably longer. Yeah, it is. Blast. Alright. Alright. Time to use the final death mask. Then I get to go to do the stuff outside the mansion. Wait. Why does it just appear, though? Oh, okay, I'm not in the right spot. Let me just... What do you mean? Okay, cool. Do it then. That was really finicky for no reason. And meet Dr. Trevor. Gravedigger. Yeah, Crimson Head Prototype 1. Yeah, it's heavily implied in the lore that Dr. Trevor, the one who you find all of these records and, like, journal entries from, that he is the Crimson Head Prototype 1. That they tested him and his family and turned them all into... tried to turn them all into different variants of something. It didn't work on his wife, and it killed her. It worked... The progenitor worked on his daughter too well, and Lisa Trevor became a monster. And he became the first of the Crimson Heads. And he was so powerful and was like literally just killing scientists and researchers left and right, so they had to lock him up somehow. So that's what ultimately where they chose to put him. Man, I love Resident Evil. And I will try to keep that in mind the deeper into the series I get. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... You know what? It'll be fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to... You know what? I'm not worried about it. I'm just gonna go do it. Alright. Okay, just head back out this way. But just go back through the fence instead. It'll take me to that back hallway. Go through the art gallery here. And then I just go out this door. Here we go. Dogs in this game are unnecessarily brutal. Because you can't use a sub-weapon on them until they get you on the ground, but by that point it's usually too late. It's unnecessary. And now I have no choice, but just use this immediately. Take a battery pack, please. I'll take these shotgun shells. And I'm actually gonna go this way first. Because I need to get the crank. Valley of Destruction north, Cave of Hatred south, Summit of Madness east, Path of Revenge west. Got it. No. Here we go.
Somebody respond. Over.
Barry?
Monster. James. Gun. Ineffective. It's it.
Jill realizing very quickly that she's not staying away from the forest outside the mansion. Is it this one? No, it's the other. It's east. Right? No, north. It's north. Yeah, so I don't know if I even explained that in the Chris playthrough, but when you walk up to these statues, it says, a statue with blue eyes. The inscription reads, the last gasps of destruction. So you face that one north. And this one says, statue with red eyes. The inscription reads, the war cry of revenge. So you would face it west. That's my bad. It's something I completely forgot about. Okay. Howdy, Lisa Trevor. Alright. I'm actually gonna... be a little cheeky real quick. And get rid of these damn birds. So that next time I come through, I won't have nearly as big of a problem. I have enough ammo to pull it off, so I'm not exactly worried about it. I just really don't want to deal with it. Yeah, I'm not getting jumped by birds. Sorry, bud. Honestly, if you find me killing birds one by one as boring, it's fine. I get it. I just needed to deal with it, because if I didn't, it was going to bother the absolute shit out of me. Alright. You know what, while I'm here... Okay, can't read it. Never mind. Just gonna try and read the tombstone, see if I can find some lore on it. Nope. Anyways, let's go to the cabin. Large statue stands silently in the darkness. No. Well, that was cool, I guess. Alright, let's go up. Go up this way. Okay, I'm gonna take these herbs before I walk in, because I'm gonna need them. I'm gonna have to use that item box, too. Grab this, because I made a huge mistake as Chris last time. Give me that map before I enter, so I don't doom myself to an eternity of hell. Okay, put you back for now. Bring you back. Actually, hold on. Let me do this really quick. Because I don't particularly need the grenade launcher right now. Alright. I'm gonna save. Family picture. Yeah. This is Lisa Trevor, basically trying to explain what happened to her mom and dad. And, like, you see, like, the deterioration of her mental state a little bit. Alright, cabin. I think it'd be cool if, when they attempt to make the next remake of Resident Evil 1, which, by the way, people who get angry about the fact that there's a possibility that they might remake Resident Evil 1, just something I want to say. I don't understand why you're angry. Mainly because the people who are angry about it are mainly angry because they're just like, well, what's going to be next? Resident Evil remake, remasters, remake? Here's the thing. This remake, not a part of the remakes at all. This game came out literally 5 or 6 years after the original game as an updated version of it. And saying that it's too soon for another Resident Evil 1 remake when it's been over 20 years since the original Resident Evil 1 came out, and saying that it's too soon, that 20 years is too soon for a remake is stupid. Especially, and not having a problem with this one that came out like 5 or 6 years after the original game, but having an issue with the prospect of making one that would be like 20 years after the original game is just really dumb. It is. Because you've got no real reason to be upset. You're just angry to be angry. Honestly, this game is perfect for what it is. It's a perfect representation of the original game. It perfectly captures everything the original game was. And has, like, the same style, all of it. But not everybody is able to play using fixed camera angle and tank controls. And wouldn't it be better for people to have a definitive way into the series by playing a Resident Evil 1 remake that is easily accessible and not something that relies on a old version of how the series used to run? The remakes, for better or worse, to an extent, streamline things, and at times stay very, well, and most of the time stay very, very true to the original game. Resident Evil 3 Remake is the only situation where they've made the remake for Resident Evil and it's just gone awry. And I think they learned from that mistake almost immediately, because Resident Evil 4 Remake is a masterpiece.
Broken.
So, okay. Bye-bye. Okay, I believe that was 3. Yeah, okay. Yeah, me personally, I hope that they not only remake Resident Evil 1, I hope they remake Resident Evil 0 and just make the game more playable. Because I'd like to see what a remake could do for not just Rebecca, but also for Billy. Because Billy as a character gets screwed so hard because of the format his game is in. So honestly, I would just like to have a situation where I can actually learn to like the character and actually get to know them over the course of a story instead of them just being there to be Rebecca's partner. I feel the same way about Billy Cohen that I feel about Helena Harper in Resident Evil 6. Like, I don't have an issue with Helena in Resident Evil 6 necessarily, but like the fact that she's not really her own character, she's just sort of existing to be Leon's partner, is kind of lame. Most of her plot points are not good and are irritating because it's the first, like, few bits of Resident Evil 6 where you play as Leon are just Helena saying, we have to get to the cathedral, and then I'll explain everything. And then it gets to the point where you're not only in the cathedral, you've been in the cathedral for over an hour, like, you've gone below the cathedral, you're in a secret lab, and still she has not explained a damn thing. And it's just, it's asinine. And then once she does explain it, it's lame. So, you know, it's just... Oh, come on. Sorry for this interrupting from regularly scheduled programming to rant about the state Resident Evil found itself in, but it's something that I feel the need to talk about. Mainly because eventually I will be getting to Resident Evil 6 anyways. But honestly, I think the best way to go about, like, because that's the natural progression, right? To remake Resident Evil through to even its worst moments. Well, if that's the case, like, they have gone out of their way to, like, to remake past characters and make them better. And honestly, great. However, Helena Harper is a character you get no time with in Resident Evil 6, even though she's with you for 5 chapters. That's a problem. That is an actual, just definitive problem. So, just literally pick... Just literally pick somebody else to be Leon's partner. Maybe somebody from the past, somebody that everybody already knows, that they've actually dropped hints about in the Resident Evil 4 remake. Replace Helena Harper with Ashley Graham, but actually, like, trained and having been turned into an agent and whatnot. Like, don't use Helena Harper. Just replace her with Ashley. At least they'll have a connection to Ashley because they spent a whole game, like, protecting her. Don't make Helena Harper again, because I can guarantee you that nobody wants that. Alright. Well, this ran a bit long, mainly because I was ranting, but also because I wanted to get to the residence before I ended this one. So, this is where I'm going to end it this time, and then next time I'll pick up with investigating the residence as Jill. But anyways, till next time, I'm Violet. Stay safe out there.